Theater of the Mind is for adults' ears only. Listener discretion is advised. Hey, listener, this is Future Mike, cutting in for just a quick second. For some reason, this was the third episode we recorded in a row, and my voice is shot, so I apologize in advance for the just wonderful tone that my voice has throughout this episode, but I appreciate you sticking with us. Anyway, here is the episode. Welcome to Theater of the Mind Presents Retribution, episode 42. I'm Mike, I'm your Dungeon Master, and this week's question from the ultimate RPG Campfire Card Deck is, what was the worst job you ever had? What made it so awful? What did it teach you?
My name is Amanda, and I am playing Mel Kelly. So, one summer in high school, after having spent all this time with her dad and getting away with basically everything, when Mel went back over to her mom, she decided that Mel was spoiled, needed to get her own job. So, Mel, mistakenly thinking it would be all fun and games, got a job at a daycare. It was not all fun and games. It was sticky and smelly and weepy and screamy, and Mel learned that she does not like children all that much, especially not children under the age of 5. And she hates sticky, and don't even talk to her about diapers. So that was her little education lesson there.
I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Elliot Brandybane, and the worst job that Elliot Brandybane ever had was loading railroad ties into railroad cars at 25 cents a railroad tie.
That sucks.
It was terrible.
Jesus.
His mom had to make him a leather set of shoulder pads so that he quit bleeding, carrying them up the planks and down. And so that was the worst job Elliot ever had. It was terrible. He decided that going into the army was a better idea.
Fair.
I am Bernal. I am playing Olnok Varga Johnson, and Olnok's most hated job that he's ever had. He's only had like 4 because he's been in the Navy for 20 years. But the one that he hated the most was, in fact, in the Navy, and we've talked about it before. It's recruiting high schoolers to join the Navy in any capacity. Because other than you guys, he basically hates people. So talking to other people and be like, it's going to be great. It's not going to be great. It's going to suck. I'm not going to... He was never one of those recruiters who's like, there's a McDonald's on the carrier. No, there fucking isn't. Right? Like, or you could join the hockey team if you go to the midshipman college. Sure, that's a possibility, but not for your average recruit. You have to be accepted into officer school first. Anyway, those are lies that were told to me. Anyway, but yeah, that's the one he hated the most. But after that, it was working fast food in the mall. For the same reason, hates people. Just don't want to talk to people.
Hello, I'm Downs, and I'm playing James O'Brien. And James's worst job that he's ever done before is saving the world. You don't get
Pay
paid.
is shit.
The
Almost
pay is
fucking
garbage.
die.
I have to cook food for a bunch of people all the time, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, when we're constantly being attacked. And we haven't even done it yet. So yeah, that's James's worst job.
He could let us cook. He just won't.
I'm Kasey. I play Emery Lee, and Emery for a short period of time was a pizza delivery driver.
I enjoyed that job personally.
And she just did not like it, and there's something really vulnerable about going to people's houses and knocking on their doors, especially day in and day out, in sometimes remote areas of town that are not necessarily a place you want to be as a young woman on your own.
Fair.
So,
Lord of Moritar's worst job was when he was a squire. The knight that he was squiring for was a piece of shit.
At least it wasn't sticky.
Yeah, you know what? When a Moritar
It
says
wasn't
they're a piece of
sticky.
shit, there's a high probability you're an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
monster.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's go ahead and roll for recap.
What's the roll?
Let's go high. Let's go basic.
2.
13?
7.
15.
All right, I got lucky because I was like, "Fuck!" Now I gotta try to remember what we just did.
It's not hard.
It
It's
should be a
not,
really
but
easy
it
recap.
fucked me up.
We fought Lord Ashraphael. We made it a astonishing 13 rounds with him and all of his goons, with Emery going down twice and still making it back onto her feet thanks to her friends. Sadie is now free and with the group. And at the end of the fight, Lord Ashraphael summoned his last bit of energy, opened a portal to the zombie side of the zombie wall in Fort Morgan, and lightning blasted the wall to hopefully, for him, release the zombies into town. So, we are trying to make it to Jacob before his goons do, and trying to find a way out of this weird cathedral dimension that we found ourselves in.
I don't
It's not
remember
a
that plane of
dimension,
existence, the cathedral plane.
Ew.
We don't know where we are. We just know
We
we
have no
teleported
idea. Yeah.
someplace.
Incidentally, Emery and Mel are still deaf.
Still deaf for another
28 minutes.
28 and a half minutes.
Even Olnok was in the other plane for a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is odd.
Huh?
Very strange.
That's never gonna go old.
Why would you talk to me? I can't.
What?
It's like
Never mind.
speaking to a brick wall that can talk to you.
She can't
Yeah,
fucking hear
just
me. I don't know
asking
sign language.
questions and then, huh?
That's that. You know what? That's in character right
That
there.
is.
So we are currently staring at the hole that Ashraphael disappeared through at these sideways zombies.
So Mel goes over to Elliot and starts fishing around in his quiver
Hey, what are you doing in there?
and pulls out the broom.
Damn it, he slaps her hand.
Ow! Stop! She pulls out the broom, and then she mimes at Emery and Elliot to get on the broom with her. And then she's like, and then she realizes she's deaf, but she can still talk. And then stops miming and goes, "Get on the broom! Fly the broom through the hole!"
What?
I think you're crazy.
James is gonna start translating again.
Yeah, just
Mel wants to go on a whirlwind adventure with you and Elliot.
Elliot's gonna climb on the broom. He thinks you're nuts.
That's fine.
He does have his sword in his.
Emery watches
He's got
Elliot
all his
do
stuff.
it and just kind of shrugs like, alright, I guess.
Oh, and when he sits on the broom, when he reaches up and taps Mel on the shoulder, casts Cure Wounds at
Oh, thank God.
second level, you're gonna get 12 hit points from that.
If we're out of initiative, can I burn one of the uses of the med kit and heal Olnok?
How long does it take? Just an action?
Just an action.
And yeah, go for it.
Cool.
As much fun as it's been being at 1 hit point for the last 7 rounds.
Yeah. How much are you healing a lock for?
Stand by. I'm trying to remember how much.
Wasn't it 13?
It's a D6 plus 4, so not 13.
Oh, 9.
Yeah, you get 9 hit points back.
Hey, you feel a little better, Olnok.
You know what? That makes potentially a lot of difference depending on what we run into.
The band-aids that you're able to see are very, very manly looking band-aids, you know, some Power Rangers, but I ran out halfway through, so on your back there's a couple unicorns.
I'm okay with it.
You're in the Navy, it totally works.
So,
Like, dude, it's
This
not
is probably
Staples.
the wrong plan, but he's gonna look at Emery and go, "Shit, you look just as bad." He's gonna use his last spell slot. He's gonna give you 12 hit points.
All right.
I'm grateful.
Elliot is completely tapped at this point.
while you were standing there, James,
Whoops,
Mel's
I gave myself 12
hit me.
damage.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, don't hit me. Hit me. Like,
I mean,
heal me. Help. Help me.
I use up another charge off the med kit to heal Mel some more as well.
So that's
All
another
right.
9,
Another 9?
right? 9 was average?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And we have done as much healing as we can.
Yep.
Can I
So
use
while
this
you
on
guys
myself?
are healing, you do see the undead continue to batter at the wall.
We gotta, I
The
think we
crack
gotta,
is
Yep.
growing quite
Let's go.
rapidly.
Okay, let's go. So, I look at Oldnock and James and I'm like,
I do the same thing, and then you see me like blue skidoo, and I jump into the hole.
And then I go up, and we shoot through the hole in the broom.
Alright.
And currently the broom only
Howdy.
has 30 feet of movement, just an FYI, because we are at more than 200-pound capacity at the moment.
Dexterity save.
Yeah. Can I do that advantage because I saw Ashrafil's body go, so I know exactly which direction it's... No? Okay.
No.
I figured I'd try.
You've never encountered gravity pulling
Fair.
a 90-degree turn.
Wrong
Flip him
campaign.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is a
I was
16.
gonna say, didn't we just do that? But wrong campaign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
16 total.
16.
did
Okay,
just
you're able to do it.
cannibal.
You land on your feet. It's definitely disorienting as
Yeah,
hell.
like little shaky, and like yeah, my equilibrium and my ears hurt. Ugh.
I see that he succeeded, so I'm gonna follow in kind.
Dexterity
God.
save for me as well,
Dexterity
please.
save?
Yep.
We forgot about Sadie. She's the third person that needs to get on the
Oh, yeah.
fucking.
Sorry,
18.
Elliot.
18. Yeah, you're fun as well.
Damn! Ellie got pushed off the broom.
When we send it back, she has to be part of it.
Yes, Sadie will be part of that. When we
I
send
make
the broom
wait
back.
here hand signals at Sadie as we fly off.
You
So
can also
she
talk.
sees everybody else leave the church.
Can't we just come in here, rescue her, and then
And then forget about her.
Classic
Take
D&D
her
style.
anymore. You can make your way home. We don't know where we are, but go for it.
So she does decide that she's going to disobey you. Because she's in a room
course
with a
she
bunch
will.
of dead bodies with a
course
hole
she
that
will.
doesn't look permanent.
yeah,
That's a fair assumption. Yeah.
yeah. She
Or I
did.
could leave her
She
in the
did
den
see
if I-
several of these clothes behind her.
Yeah.
So
So she's going to go and be with Olnak and James.
great.
Because as you guys are moving through, you do see that the portal is collapsing.
Okay.
So she fails, however, on her dex save and eats shit. Lands right next to Ashrafil's body.
Oof.
But I didn't delete. He's still here.
But you said body.
I
Wait,
mean, I have one of those.
he just says bloodied now.
Yeah, I don't know. He got healing somehow.
No,
I
he
didn't do
did
it.
not. I reject this.
if we're out of initiative, can I go over and stab him?
Sure.
Cool. I go over with my sword of wounding right for the neck.
You stab the corpse.
Cool.
He bleeds more.
Now stay dead.
Yeah, stay dead.
Fucker.
How do we fare flying through the portal?
Let's get a... It's not going to be dex for you guys, but I could see con saves being a thing for
That's true. You're gonna be
Like,
he's gonna flip you. It's gonna
really
feel awful.
fucked up motion sickness.
I got a 19
You're fine.
plus
I got a
5.
19 as well.
24.
Total 19.
7.
You are nauseous as fuck.
That's fair.
Disorienting. This is the least fun roller coaster you've ridden because it's not fast, but it's all the stomach effects.
Yeah.
No, I've been on that roller coaster.
What's this doing this the entire way up, just stuttering?
I've been on that roller coaster. I was nauseous all night.
So the DM was not privy to your broom plan. What is broom plan?
Okay, so once we get on the other side, we're going to fly the broom over to the non-zombie side of the wall.
Okay.
Elliot, Emery, and I are gonna get off. I can actually send the broom within a mile of me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send the broom back for the other 3. So revising the plan because we did forget Sadie exists. Sadie first, then Olnak, then James. And we can just keep ferrying the broom back and forth until everybody is on the non-zombie side of the wall.
So, am I safe in assuming the rest of you are hoping to not draw the attention of this insanely large zombie horde?
That is the
Yeah,
intent.
that's the idea.
I need group. Well, I guess it's just the 2 of you, because if they see you guys, whatever, right?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
up.
because
over
we're
their
flying.
heads. I
Sadie.
need stealth then. 3, Sadie, yeah.
Because I'm guessing if they're beating on the
And
wall,
my stealth
their
is so
attention
good, you
is-
guys. So good. So good. I bet it's amazing.
Fuck Sadie, come on.
Oh no.
Damn it.
At
Nat
least
20.
she.
Also natural 20.
Fuck yeah.
Wild.
Sweet.
Fuck yeah.
And then Sadie's like a 2.
So,
Fuck.
so that's a 29 total.
Yeah. I got a 22, but
Alright.
turns out I'm really good at sneaking away from zombies.
Yeah,
Really?
nice.
You apparently
It's because you
have-
hurt so much you don't want to move.
It's just leave me alone.
Sadie, meanwhile, rolled a 6.
But average.
She steps on a
Is it
stick.
is it a group stealth check? Please be a group stealth check.
How are you guys flying?
Slowly, apparently.
It's
How
only
far
thir-
away
it's
is the wall?
Only
It's
30
a
feet.
3-story building tall.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna come out of the hole
Yeah.
up at a minimum to the top
Steep
of the wall.
climb.
So it'd take, I'm gonna say it'd probably take 2 turns just to get high enough to clear the wall. Say a turn's worth of forward motion,
Okay.
and then that same amount of
The,
turns back
the
down.
wall was wide on top, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, it
No.
wasn't. Okay, never mind.
There is one side of it where they built the wall around a building. So I mean, there's some like rooftop areas, but the wall itself is like pallets and shit,
Yeah.
kind of cobbled together.
So it's not like a tower.
Yeah, no.
Now on the return trips, the broom can move 50 feet
Okay.
because the only reason why it's 30 feet right now is because we have more than 200 pounds on it.
Gotcha.
When it's just ferrying back single people. Although honestly, we could probably pull off Sadie and James.
Yeah.
2 trips would be better.
Yeah. If we did Sadie and James, we'd only have to do 2 trips, and it'll still be over 200 pounds, so it'll be slow on the return trips.
So it's gonna be 5 to get you over. I'll say 2 to get it back, and then another 5 to get it over.
Yeah.
Turns wise, rough enough. So 12 turns.
And then another 2 to get it back for Allnock.
Yeah. So 14, and then Olnock, how much do you weigh?
250.
Okay, so
It's
7.
good.
what
Well, then you said there's a building. We can just go up to the top of the building and there's no zombies at the top of the building, right?
Not currently.
I
no.
guess which
Yeah,
is
so let's just
closer
get to
to
the
get
top
to
of the
the other
building and
side of
send
the
it
wall
down.
or get to the top of the building. Could we save turns that way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If all you do is go up, you can save turns.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do that. And then we can do this in less than 4 hours of daytime.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you guys are flying up. Olnock and James did a fantastic job hiding. I'm going to say when Sadie fell out of the hole, because, I mean, it's just not something you can really think to do well for, you know? She eats it, and she sees Ashrafil's body right next to her, who was just a fairly traumatic experience. And she screams.
Yeah. Eep.
Which does draw the attention of some of the horde. The whole horde doesn't turn around and just like, "Rrr."
God, that would be so terrifying. All the zombies to stop moving and they all turn around at the same time.
Yeah. So for the first round, the thing that does worry you guys is you can see that they are absolutely going to break out of here. This wall will not hold for very long at all. But yeah, you guys are able to get up to the roof. You send it back down. Those of you up on the roof, it is nighttime also, because it was nighttime when we entered into all this. That's how the vampire was able to join you.
Think I still... No, that would have... Light would have dropped.
Oh, yeah.
I had light on my necklace that whole time, and I just didn't remember it.
That's funny. So, once you guys are up top, you can see that it's very obviously going to be like seconds, and this wall is collapsing. What do you guys want to do about that? Or what is your plan? Once you get on the roof, now what?
Can we like run downstairs from that building or something out the backside and get Emery to start mending it?
I can. Mending does take a minute to cast, so I mean it's gonna be.
Yeah, that
I don't.
you are
I
confident
can't. I
that
cannot
wall will not be
cast it
around long
fast enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the reason why the wall is failing because the zombies are pushing up against it?
After a guy hit by a lightning bolt, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's failing due to critical damage. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if the zombies stopped pushing up against it, it would still crumble, or if...
Well, I mean, no, if the zombies stop, but what do you want to do?
Did we all make it up to the roof already?
No.
No?
We
Okay.
don't have to have.
Just them.
Yeah.
We've made it up, and we've sent. Where's the broom is on its way up back.
Hold on. I'm checking to see if I'm stupid.
You are.
We all
I don't
know the
why
answer
you're
to
rolling
that.
for that.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
You guys also have a god's corpse at your feet too, if you want to look at that while you're there.
You should look at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the God's corpse, I guess, right now.
So you said we're 3 stories up.
Yeah.
So we're looking 30, 40 feet.
Sure.
Is that inspection from checking the?
Okay, so I'll draw my bow if I see any zombies that get too close to the group. I'll
You're gonna
take shots at them.
sniper shot from above.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because I'm like, I can see that far. I wasn't sure if I could see, but I got 60 foot of dark vision, so I could see.
I'm pretty sure it's the same
Yeah, it's
regardless. I just want to know what I'm rolling.
There's another natural 20.
Fuck
Which is
yeah.
stupid. Wasting them now, 26 total.
9.
Okay, you don't see shit.
There's a dick.
You don't have
Nothing
dark
new.
vision.
You're looking at him. And normally, so like I described him 3 episodes ago now, he was shirtless. He had armor on his arms, spiky armor, and like a thorny kind of crown growing out of his head.
Uh-huh.
Looking at him closely now, his armor is him.
Ugh, like a
It
carapace?
is a part of him. So you can't like take his gauntlets off. They are fused into him. And you can now see, now that the magic glow he's done, his possibly tattoos were absolutely deep scars. You see every ounce of damage that Jeff's body had taken amplified 1,000-fold on this dude's body. You do also see his flail.
I'm gonna take the flail.
And then he's got, we'll say he's got some gold or something in his pouch, but
So I'm gonna grab the flail.
perfect.
Nothing happens when I touch it, does it?
No,
That's good.
no, it is not a cursed weapon.
I realized that after the fact of me saying that I was gonna touch it.
I'm going to touch it.
Yeah, James would know that.
I like touching things.
And I'm going to send you something via Discord,
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
because that's the best way I know how to get it to you.
cool.
And I apologize for those at home. My throat's decided that I'm apparently gravelly this episode. That episode took 5 years. I chain smoked a lot last time. We got those stupid fish-smelling flower trees blooming out here, and they fuck me up every
Can
year.
I mess you up?
Yeah. Maybe I'll send it to you on Discord if it loads.
Yeah.
Are those the white ones?
I think those are dogwood.
Hate them. They screw
Or
me up.
Bradford pears. Those are blooming
yeah.
right now too.
Could be either.
And they smell awful.
I always thought dogwood was sweet, so it might be the pears.
Bradford pears smell terrible.
They do, yeah.
They smell
And it's a
like
very,
bad
very
fish.
common ornamental tree. Very invasive too. If you have Bradford pears, cut that shit down. Burn it.
Don't get me
In
started.
a safe
on
environment,
the,
please.
Alright, maybe I'm not sending this to you, I guess.
All right.
Discord won't load.
Can you send it in a text and I can look it up? If it's a thing?
It's on the computer.
Yeah, it's on my computer.
I didn't know if
I'm
it was
also trying to open Signal so I can send it to you there, and that's not wanting to work either.
Okay.
See,
Even
I
that
get
super
never mind.
secure thing?
You don't get to have his flail,
Oh,
apparently.
damn. No.
This cool homebrew weapon that I made.
Well-
Oh, that's why it's not going to show. Okay.
You know, you don't have time. He doesn't have time to do it anyway, so it'll be irrelevant
That is
until next
true.
session.
Yeah, I'm just going to stuff it in my back pocket until it loads.
The only part about it that's kind of noteworthy right now is the whole thing feels warm to the touch.
Ew.
And you said that like the way the light was shimmering off of it, that it was like almost alive.
Ew.
You
I
do
don't
see
like
that
either.
kind of dissipating.
Oh, okay. Like it was almost shimmering without light hitting it.
So that's definitely fading. Elliot's got a good watch from above. 90% of the dead or undead that you guys are dealing with are just bog standard zombies.
Okay.
You do see up against the wall some truly horrific shit. The biggest, beefiest boys are up front trying to break this wall down.
How far from us on top of the building is that? Is it within 60 feet?
You guys are like 30-ish feet up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they probably gave. It's a pretty good sized corral, so I'm gonna say probably no.
Okay.
After searching dead guy, would I have time to do anything before the wall collapses?
What do you want to do?
This is gonna be the dumbest fucking thing James has ever done in his life.
Sadie's with you.
Sadie's with Olnak.
Well, yeah, which is with you.
Yeah, but if I go that way, and by that way I mean like move away from the group and then start making noise.
Away from the wall, too, I'm guessing.
Yes.
You could sure do that.
I'm gonna do that.
Alright, go ahead and
Idiot.
roll, I guess, persuasion to see how many of these things you get to pay attention to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 90 feet that way, and then I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and start making noises centered on me in my general area. And what you wanted me to roll, sorry?
Persuasion, I guess.
Persuasion.
Could be performance.
Performance would work, yeah, whichever one's higher.
18.
You absolutely get the attention of some shit. You get the attention of a lot of shit.
Cool.
And you also rolled an incredibly high stealth. So Olnak and Sadie did not see you slip away to do this. That's way above Olnak's passive persuasion.
So
It's perception.
Yeah, so I slipped off towards the right, away from the group that way, trying to head away from the wall as much as possible. And I'm just spamming Minor Illusion, making noise centered on myself.
what
I
noise
am more
exactly?
cowbell.
So you just tonk, 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 tonk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting as much shit away from that wall so the wall doesn't collapse.
Okay.
And I'm also, if I could, in between the Minor Illusions, maybe do a firebolt to light up the area so the zombies can see me that way too.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely, you can do that, buddy. Okay, I didn't actually have stats for how many monsters are in here. I did not
Because you didn't expect
anticipate
us to be
engaging
stupid
in
enough
combat
to...
with.
He didn't
every
expect
zombie.
He
We're
didn't expect
not
the range.
trying to engage.
Oh
No.
no,
He is.
he is trying to engage.
So while he's busy trying to engage, can we get the broom back to Sadie?
Yeah, you guys can continue on with your plan.
Okay.
But we'll
the
say
broom gets back there and Sadie goes to get out. He's like, wait, where'd he go?
Yeah.
Both
So-
Sadie and I'm not there anymore, but I guess Sadie and Olnak get in on the broom together.
Sadie and Olnak could get on the broom.
and it's back to just the 30 feet
Yeah.
at a time. So what I'm going to say is, if you rolled a nat 20, I would have said that stops all of them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you all of them, but we will say that it's going to give enough time for them to get out, and they can get down or move on to the next step of their plan before this wall collapses. So we're going to kind of treat it as we're going to treat it kind of like an action. We're not really an initiative. We're not talking about 6 seconds at a time, but you have enough time to do one more thing before all the zombies descend on you. And we'll give it one more round after that before the wall fails.
Okay.
So everybody has a chance to do one more thing. Your thing, Olnak, is traveling for this round.
Yeah,
You're
I'm on the
traveling.
broom. Yeah.
With Sadie.
What are the rooftoppers doing? You don't see James. He rolled fantastic.
Just disappeared again like he does.
Yeah.
Well, he did send off the light.
You do see
be
a
seen.
fireball go off, so I guess you can see that. And
Yeah,
you
I'm
see-
probably launching
so
actually
he's
in the
90
sky.
feet off to the side of everything, trying to draw a zombie horde to him, and you do see that this is working.
So Elliot's just gonna pick off early. He can get 3 shots off at the front. The
Okay.
3 guys that are moving the closest, he's gonna.
Are you focusing on protecting him, or are you focusing on protecting Sadie?
Oh, Sadie.
Okay.
No, Sadie's on with
Yeah,
Roland.
Oh, Sadie's moving her
Yeah, so he should be the only
We
one.
should be okay.
So that's what I'm doing. The 3 closest ones, I'm going to be trying to bury arrows in their faces
All right.
because I saw zombie TV shows too.
What are you doing, Mel?
I no longer have any ranged attacks, but I can see that the broom plan is working, even though I'm confused because I have no idea where James went. But I'm going to start working my way back down. I'm assuming the building has stairs to get down on the safe side.
Yeah, we'll say at the fire escape.
Okay. Mel's going to start hurtling down there because her worry right now is Jacob.
Okay, fair.
So she's going to start heading back towards the house or wherever we left Jacob. And she would totally remember that 'cause she's a better person.
They
than I am.
were, I think Emery's parents were taking Jacob and they were going to the church to try to get a church group together to look for Sadie.
That sounds
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
She's going to the church then, I guess.
Cheers, making a lot of noise.
And
Right.
y'all
Are
can
we-
hopefully catch up.
Are we in the pen by the cemetery or the hospital?
Closer to the hospital.
Okay.
How far are we from the church then?
It's like almost a mile.
Cool.
Mel can run a mile, right?
I'm gonna guess Mel's probably
You've
looking
got a good
at
mile.
a 7-minute mile.
Yeah.
Especially now.
I mean, I know really good is like, for a girl's probably like a 6-minute mile, and she's tired. So I'm gonna give her 7.5 minute mile. It'll take a bit.
That sounds reasonable.
Hopefully y'all have will have caught up by then.
Well, honestly, he just yelled at him like 2 minutes ago to go after him. So
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
She's worried.
that's fine.
And they got a find.
It's only been one round. I am 90 feet down the fire escape. You can. I was gonna say you can still yell at me, but I can't hear you.
Emery,
You can still throw something at me.
I'm busy shooting zombies. I don't even know you're gone.
I don't have ranged attacks.
Yeah.
I'd lost my short bow and I threw my spear. So
I can not really see much. So I'm going to cast a light on my necklace again, just get that back so I can actually see what's going on again.
Okay.
So it does kind of make us a beacon up here, but that is what it is.
Fair. I am going to add in.
I would do other things, but I don't think I could see anything, so.
Valid concern.
And then I yell, "What the fuck is James doing?" Because I couldn't hear all the noise that he was making.
Yeah, you just see like a couple of firebolts launch in the sky, like flares.
Which is why I cast the light, 'cause I'm like, what is happening over there? Wait, is that James? What the fuck is he doing?
So James, what the fuck are you doing?
At this point, I noticed that I pulled off quite a few of the zombies away from the wall. So it probably, at that point, I would continue minor illusions, but instead of centered on myself, going off in the same direction that I was going, and then I'm a 90-degree turn and go the opposite direction.
I need
Not
a
towards the zombies, but
fresh performance check then.
yeah. That is a 17.
Quite as strong as what you had.
Also, just a general reminder: when the broom goes back for James, when he comes back, he'll get the full 50 feet. Unless you weigh over 200 pounds.
I weigh 150.
You're fine.
So I'm gonna say the horde makes it to James. I'm just running them as a mass. So I'm not gonna add fucking 15, 20, 30 zombies. That's just silly. You do get to reduce this a little bit. I'm gonna reduce these stats a little bit because you got some of them to go away.
Yeah.
But you did a better job drawing them to you than you did distracting them away from you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
James was probably like, "Oh yeah, I got him away from the wall." Shit, that's a lot more than I thought.
I got him away from the wall, and they're heading for me.
That's gonna hit.
Uncanny dodge.
So again, this is a series of creatures attacking you effectively. Right?
Yep.
Is the idea behind this horde. So this is gonna sound pretty catastrophic. It's not as catastrophic as it sounds. I'm gonna reduce their stats a little bit here. The original zombie horde did 12d6 of damage. These guys aren't gonna do quite that much because you did distract some of them away. But this was an admittedly stupid plan. So I'm not going to feel terrible about having this do something to you.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep him from blowing up. They're breaking the wall.
It's 27 damage from their first attack.
Okay, uncanny dodge.
Does what?
Half.
Okay. 27 halved is 26, 13.
Yep.
That's their first attack. Well, who did I do that to?
Lord Asherfile.
Suddenly he's dead again.
He's deader again.
Their second attack comes at you. Can you uncanny dodge each time?
Nope.
Bummer. Okay. Sorry, buddy.
I'm going down.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12d6? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm at the top.
It's a 15 to hit. That's a 6 plus 9 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And the first one was their bite, which does 12d6. This does 12d8, which I'm going to reduce down to 8d8 because you've got some of them to go away.
Roll like shit.
Your fate lies in
He
Google's
cannot
hands.
roll badly enough.
35.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Dave, you got smoked, son.
Yeah.
Okay, new plan.
So Elliot and Emery, you see the horde. Oh, I don't like this. This doesn't feel good.
They're gonna fucking eat you alive, man.
You see the horde.
I was hoping that they would go that way.
Well,
Yeah.
you can hope all you want to, but you knew
Yeah.
it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Is
This
it
a
done
bummer.
yet?
Doesn't matter for you, buddy.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, a zombie horde has a trait called a feral rage.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Feral rage. Creatures that are reduced to 0 hit points by the zombie horde are torn limb from limb and devoured by the ravenous horde.
Okay, so I'm dead.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
I did.
Well,
It's a zombie
we
horde.
just killed a demigod. I didn't expect James to die. I was at 1 hit point for 5 rounds. Emery went down twice, and James just.
That went a hell of a lot better in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there, listener. That kind of came out of nowhere there, didn't it? I'll keep this ad break short so you can dive back in and see what comes next. First off, thank you to the listeners that sent in questions for our Q&A episode. That will be episode 45, so you'll be hearing that in the near future. Also, if you like what we're doing here, consider joining our Patreon. For only $5 a month, you get access to our side quest content, which follows some of this cast and a less familiar voice on a separate adventure that takes place in the same world as Retribution. Unlike Retribution, that content is a fair bit looser and enjoyably chaotic. As always, if you like what we're doing, consider following us on social media. Our producer and current social media guru, Gail, is putting out some dank memes, as the youths say. And odds are, if you enjoy this show, you'll enjoy that content as well. Anyway, I promise to keep this brief, so let's get back to the show.
Elliot's he's pouring fire down, one arrow after another, trying to keep him off, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I can't get you.
So, James.
Yeah.
Describe your final stand.
Fuck, I don't know. Probably stab as many as I can when I go down.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Alright.
Elliot, what are you doing while you see this happening?
Elliot's watching it, and in every contingency that he has got in his head, there's not a damn thing he can do. He sees nothing for it. I can't help, because Olnok's last on the broom. He's coming up right now. So I'm just screaming with rage, just one arrow after another, and that's what Olnak sees when he comes up. And he's going to look at Olnak. He says, Olnak, I don't know what the hell to do. He ran the hell over there. I got nothing. We can't go in there.
There's fucking way too many of them for us to go in there.
Hold on, go and give me a perception check for while you were traveling.
That's a 20. Which is still a -1, so 19.
I'm gonna say you see the horde descending on him
Okay.
while you're in transit. If there's anything you want to try to do, you can. Before he is completely ripped asunder.
Is there fucking anything I can do?
You can steer the broom and try to pull him out.
What's the max capacity?
400 pounds. You guys could both fly on it.
Sadie's still on it with me, right?
Oh shit, I forgot about Sadie
How
again.
much does Sadie weigh?
I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl, so whatever.
Not a ton.
116.
There.
Okay, hold on, let me maths. Because I would want to know this.
116 plus 250 puts us at 366. So unless James went on a critical diet,
Oh damn.
I would
We're
say
too heavy.
We're too heavy.
I would just trade places with him. That's all I would do.
Don't. He's all.
Oh, hell no.
No,
He's
that was
already
my
dying.
own stupidity. Don't do that.
The only thing, and it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. But all Elliot could possibly do is grab that bag of beans that he has in the deal, because we know
Fucking
what it
heat
does,
him and hope for the
and
best.
just yeet it right into the middle of them to try to take. Hang on, I'll give you the numbers. It's not a lot. It's not going to fix it. It's.
I don't have any magical item that can help. I have no way of helping James.
It's
Well,
Even knowing
it's
that they're
5d4
coming
or
down.
fire damage.
Blissfully ignorant
So-
of this
for
whole
a
problem.
bag of beans.
For the bag of beans, if you throw the bag of beans, it explodes into a 10-foot.
Man, that would have made a hell of a chili.
Let's see here. It's a DC 15 save. It's here. 10-foot radius. So it would take a bunch of them out, but it's still not going to save him. So it's here.
Roll.
5d4.
Go, well, hold on. Roll luck.
Nat 20.
Holy crap! It
No.
rolled a nat 20 on
Yes.
my luck roll.
Nat
Holy
20.
Shit.
That's legit.
Does anybody remember how many beans I said were in that bag? Fucking
Yes.
7,
30
I think.
episodes ago. 7.
Yeah. According to the stats I
Seven
read,
magic
it's-
beans.
it would be 12 fire damage in a 10-foot radius. Yeah.
You rolled a nat 20 on your
Luck.
Roll me. 'Cause this is a cool thing too. If we're gonna use it, we're gonna use it.
And I can say too, like Emery's doing similar to Elliot, where she only has cantrips left, but she is dumping as much magic as she can down there. It's a little range, but like she is pushing exhaust. So like there is wild energy magic around her. She's already exploded once. I cannot mechanically like do anything, but I'm stirring up the magic.
Roll a D100.
100 incoming. 60.
Okay. That's the first bean. Roll me a D100.
Oh my
You
god.
can't see what happened to this bean. It's too small of a thing. Some pink smoke. happens.
76.
A tree grows from the ground
Where?
Where I threw the bag of beans.
which was in your general vicinity, so we'll say that it separates some of them. Roll me a D100.
Nat 1.
You can't see.
4 more.
Roll me a D100.
82.
Weird. Okay. So far, in the general vicinity of James. 1d4 plus 8. Bright pink tones crawl forth. Roll a luck, James.
That's cocked. Between 8 and 20. 15.
A couple of them get touched by the zombies that are coming to try to rip you asunder. Once they're touched, it transforms into a large creature.
Fucking what?
A zombie? Transform?
No, the frog.
Oh,
The zombie
frog.
making contact with the frog turns the frog into a large creature.
Okay.
Roll me a d4, Jeremy.
3.
3. Roll me a d10, James.
8.
8 giant creatures get created in your vicinity. And then a tree grows. Filled with fruit.
Just what you always needed.
And then I need 5d4 rolled.
What the fuck is going on?
4 and 4.
Shit.
You need a total. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, that's 11. 15 total.
15 toadstools sprout from the ground.
These were not helpful leads.
So far.
I will say you have an opportunity to eat one if you want to.
Ooh, definitely. Because who
But
doesn't
this
want to
is
eat
not-
shrooms before they get killed?
A guaranteed good thing. But you can if you would like to.
Well, I mean,
Just fucking,
I fucked up enough.
you fucking
This-
go out one way or the other.
Yeah,
You might as well be high as fuck
shrooms.
when you're doing it.
Roll anything.
Anything. I got a 4.
Get a 4. On an even roll, the eater gains 5d6 temporary hit points.
For how
Well,
long?
1 hour.
I mean, it won't hurt. But it probably won't help.
Give me 5d6.
You want average?
You should take average.
Average is 25.
Yeah? Do that.
Is it 25? No, it's 16. No, 20. It's 20.
What?
Sorry, I'm so bad at
20,
math.
yeah, 20,
Why am
you're
I
right,
doing
20.
this?
Yeah,
The
it's
average
20.
is 20.
Average is
Okay.
20. I'm like, 20, 16, 32.
No.
Hike.
Roll me a d100, Jeremy.
It's 4 of 7 coming up.
I think that's only 3 so far. This will be 4.
This is 4, yeah.
13, 1, 3.
Jesus fuck.
You got to throw a ball in, huh?
Roll anything.
Roll anything. I like that one. That's a 2.
A treant sprouts from the ground. There was a 50% chance that the treant is chaotic evil and attacks you. Odds were evil, evens were good. You have a friendly treant.
He's got a friend!
At your feet.
Talk about wrecking chaos.
Get the fuck out.
Roll a d100.
6.
Wow.
Roll a d6.
D6, got it. Yeah. That's a 3.
Roll a d12.
Gotta get out of this shit.
Yeah. No, it's done.
Come back.
You got another 12.
11.
A geyser erupts from the ground, jettisoning berry juice into the air.
Does it get you above the zombie shit?
Roll a d100.
Just floating on like fucking
87.
Old Faithful of berry juice. Guys, help!
Old grateful.
Six.
A nest filled with what appear to be chocolate foiled eggs appears at your feet. Roll a d4.
3.
There's a total of 6 eggs at your feet. They appear to be chocolate foil wrapped eggs.
Cadbury's. Oh yeah.
Am I able to eat one?
Do you want to?
Sure.
Okay.
What a random series of events.
Well, it distracted things.
Roll a con save.
Oh no.
Shit. That's a 17.
Okay. Ouch.
Fuck.
DC 20 Constitution save.
Oh.
Did you use your inspiration already?
No, I didn't.
Please do that.
It's a natural 20.
Thank you.
Nice.
Fuck. 22. Fuck.
On a fail, the creature takes 10d6 force damage
Jesus.
from internal magical explosion.
Oh my
Chuck
god.
an egg. Chuck an egg at the zombies.
On a success, you permanently increase your lowest ability score by 1.
All right.
Okay, so either my strength or my wisdom go up by 1.
You don't get to raise your wisdom.
Yeah.
This you fucked up bad enough. Yeah.
So your strength goes up by 1.
Cool.
Please roll me one more d100.
Yeah, I think my wisdom's permanently stuck.
34.
You will never gain wisdom.
Fantastic. You didn't roll the same thing twice. That's great. A campfire with blue flames springs forth and burns for 24 hours.
What the fuck was in that goddamn bag?
I saw a lot of shit happen. I don't know what the fuck any of that was.
You have a fruit tree nearby.
I have a what?
A fruit
Oh,
tree.
right, the fruit tree.
Can I have you roll a d10, please?
Me?
Yes.
Did any of this distract the zombies?
8.
The zombies are perplexed. So there are 28 fruit upon this tree.
I don't want to know if I should eat that or not.
Roll me a d8, please.
Clawing your way across the ground, eating random things.
What else do
help?
we do before we
5.
Temporary hit points helped. I don't know.
Yeah.
The zombie horde is still like coming at you. You haven't gotten like
Yeah.
this is
Out,
a
yeah.
get out of jail free card. There is a tree.
Can I climb the fucking tree?
Climb the tree.
I climbed the fucking tree.
In the tree,
Tree
there
ant down
are.
there fighting.
Yep. The tree ant's helping.
Yeah?
Tree ant's helping a fair bit.
And then the giant creatures that the toads turned into.
Yep, they're helping a fair bit. You have access to 28 fruit if you would like to gather them.
I'll gather them, but I will not eat them.
Okay.
Right now is probably not the best time.
Yeah,
You've
no.
got a bag, we'll say, that you can pull the fruit in.
That took a turn.
Yeah, it did.
But you
Mostly
didn't
because
die.
The idea of getting that bag of beans in play is fun.
So, are you gonna edit the bit out where we killed James?
No.
No, I earned that fucking stupidity.
But you're not dead yet.
Anymore. We'll say it being fucking bounced into his mouth. And he's the luckiest he's ever been.
Fucking
The
hell.
bean with
Well,
the
the nat
toadstools
20 on luck
bounced
was
in his
probably
mouth.
pretty,
Yeah.
like, pretty clutch.
Influential.
Yeah.
And it's only because Elliot's so good at ranged attacks.
That toadstool grew into your mouth before it could rip you asunder.
And then the tree ant stomps a couple of the guys that were actively tearing you to
So
shreds.
in that time, Olnock and Sadie make it back to the.
Yeah. They're done. Broom's on its way to you in the
For the
tree.
love of God, can I get the broom?
And you know what? With the weird amalgamation of random large creatures, You've got a little bit more time before that wall. The zombies have got other priorities temporarily.
So what I'm hearing is mission accomplished.
You do that shit again, I'm gonna leave you.
What the fuck?
This is your own fault.
Wait till I get there before you yell at me, please.
I
not there
can't
yet.
Oh
hear
god, no,
you.
I'm not
Fuck
waiting.
you,
I'm standing on
James.
top of that freaking building. You fucking moron!
Dumb son of a bitch.
I can't hear you. The spell it hit me too. I can't hear anything.
So I've determined though Mel cannot hear what's been
Yeah, you have
going
no
on.
You have no
I feel
idea.
like at some point there's like some of the flashes of random weird light. Smells like fuck.
The fuck.
The
Well,
ground
then,
is making.
da-douche, da-douche.
Yes, and then starts running back up the stairs. Like what the hell?
And you just see Emery and Elliot just screaming,
And I'm
from the
looking
side of the
over
building.
like, what?
yelling it angrily.
Huh?
I'm also absolutely. That's terrifying. That was terrifying.
Yeah.
That was.
How do you think I fucking feel?
I thought you were done. I'm like, well,
And I'm over here. I'm like, I didn't expect
I
that.
had no idea how I could help.
Of all the people
I
to go,
had-
I was
had-
not
I've
expecting.
got a
jack
hammer I
shit.
can throw in there twice, technically. That's it.
So
all I had.
did we get everybody to safety?
You guys are all rooftopped.
You're lucky if I ever speak to you again. God damn it. Let's go find Jacob.
Okay.
And he is going to stomp off in an absolute rage.
James,
Here's the brim. Okay.
I fucking love you, but you ever fucking do that again?
Yeah, noted. Trust me, the near
Just
the
don't.
near
Just
the
don't.
near
Just
death.
don't do that again.
Yep.
If you're in a sacrifice play, you fucking tell me so we can change places.
Can he use the medicine kit on himself? Because I'm worried
It
what
was-
happens
did
when
he
the
have
More
temporary.
hit points than
Well,
me.
no,
now.
what
temporary
happens
hit
when they
points
wear
are
off?
fucking
Is he
Gail's
just
ass
gonna
out.
keel over dead?
He
before?
might.
Pass out, like in an hour, he's
I'm
just
held
gonna
together
fall
with
over.
fucking fungus.
We'll stabilize him when that comes to
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna start patching myself up
Well,
because
we're
it
running.
doesn't
can-
specify.
You're now at the. Sorry. I'm sounding like
Do you wanna stop for a
RFK
second,
in
get a
fucking
drink?
hurry.
He does have that voice.
He does. You're now at the point where you can take time to heal yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can start making progress towards the kid that you know two magic people are hunting down.
I'm gonna do that one.
I'll use my movement for the running and the action for the patching. No, one or the other.
She's dashing, and she's
Okay.
the fastest son of a gun alive.
Yeah, she's way faster. than she was.
We gotta push fucking hard.
So this
to
is
go
a
through.
choice. If you stop to heal yourself, the party's separating apart.
Okay. Shit.
You're not
Got
dying.
it.
You can't even pretend to be upset. You got the world's luckiest get out of jail
Oh
free
yeah,
card.
You got so
absolutely.
fucking
I'm
I
just
was gonna
worried
say, you've
about those
got an
temporary
hour.
hit points
You've got
going.
an hour.
Oh yeah,
It's
actually.
an hour. It's a long time.
Okay, well we're going. Full speed.
I'm gonna say no. You have to make some choices.
I've got
here.
fucking mushrooms going up my ass.
Plus side is that Mel doesn't know this town very well, and
Yeah.
doesn't know how to get to the church from here.
And she can't see.
Or here.
All
You
of these
were
things are
kind of
correct.
running blindly and deftly down the street.
I totally am.
That was the
Probably
other
going,
reason why he turned
Jacob,
around.
like you can hear if he calls back.
yes, probably.
Which is the only reason why we know where you are.
At some point, I stop at a cross street going, I have never been here before. And that's when everybody else catches
Because
up.
I don't.
And Emery taps me on the shoulder and is like,
Yeah.
That way.
other way.
So we're slowed slightly by the fact that I'm leading.
Roll of luck.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. 12.
Okay. You're going in more or less the right direction.
Oh, like,
From
weren't
from
gonna
the
end up
hospital,
there.
there's like two directions you can go, and they both basically head towards the middle of town.
So thankfully, you're making progress. What are the rest of you doing? Let's
We-
run this like a skill challenge. You know, toss out some
Yeah.
things that help you get there quickie.
I'm just following because I have no idea where. I don't think. Oh wait,
You would,
I would.
yeah.
So I'm going to just I don't know what the best skill is for this, but I know this town. I grew up here. The high school is right next to the hospital. Like, I've been. I mean, it's not a hard town to navigate, but if you don't have never been there before, you don't know where you're going.
Right, right.
But, so I'm just guiding the others, basically. I've got my light, and we are running, but
I could see history or
history?
survival would make sense. Finding the most efficient route through town.
Yeah. My history is better, so I'm gonna roll for that. I rolled badly. I rolled a 9.
Okay.
So it's dark and I'm fucking beat to shit and absolutely stressed to hell. I'm getting us there, but it's not the most efficient route.
Absolutely.
Elliot is going to just be trying to keep up. He's old, but his athletics are pretty good. So he's just doing his best to run. 11. Not great, but
Not bad.
he's like 60.
You're definitely not like impressing anybody, but you're not
Slowing the party down.
So, I apologize. This is just how my voice is going to sound. Apparently, for the rest of this episode. So, James,
Fair.
recap the last 3 minutes of your life. You jumped through a hole.
Yep.
Into a zombie pit.
Yep.
You made the incredibly dumb but heroic decision to lead the zombies away from Sadie's failed stealth.
Yep.
Because that horde was coming towards Sadie. You distracted it away from her.
Yep.
It fucked you up.
Yes.
And then from your perspective.
All hell happened. Everything happened all at once.
You woke up with a toadstool in your mouth.
Yes.
Yep. 1 minute I'm being eaten, the next thing I know I'm made of fungus.
There's a giant tree man.
Yeah, there's a giant tree
Fighting
man fighting
zombies at
valiantly.
your
There's a bunch of gigantic toads.
Giant frogs.
There was some, what was the first thing I ate?
The toadstool.
toadstool.
Oh,
Toadstool
okay, it was the
was
toadstool.
first thing.
Yeah,
Then there
like
was
a
the
bunch of
chocolate.
Cadbury eggs kind of just appeared.
And you
They
ate one on
tasted
instinct,
funky.
and it almost killed you.
But then it helped somehow.
Yeah.
You felt slightly
There was a
better
tree
than you
with a
did
bunch of fruit
before.
that I've collected. That's gonna be fun later.
And then you got on the broom and flew to the building. Where
Where
you got screamed
understandably,
at.
Elliot is very, very pissed.
Yes, and the rest of the party basically said, hey, dumbass, turned on their heel and bounced, trying to catch back up with Mel.
Yep.
I'm going to say that you guys have been able to successfully make it to the church.
Cool.
Running through a small town's not interesting.
No.
And while the zombie horde
It
is
is nighttime.
going to
There's
break
nothing
out,
happening yet. At our pace, it probably takes us almost like 10 minutes or so to get to the other side of town where the church is.
I hope so.
Okay.
If we pass anybody, if there's anybody out, we're gonna give them a warning that the zombies are breaking out.
Oh,
You need
yeah.
to get everybody in town needs to go.
Are there patrols near the wall at night?
Because I thought they were doing sentry at the wall, but I could be wrong. I may have
They
missed.
did mention that they do patrols. Go ahead and roll. Let's roll another. Let's keep the luck rolls going.
Oh God.
Everybody?
Don't have me do it. I used up all my fucking luck for the next 5 years.
Let's have Elliot. He asked the question. Elliot can roll the luck.
All right, here we go. Nope.
We don't come across
You
anybody.
don't.
Not
I
one.
rolled a 15. Is it possible I literally run into somebody?
We'll say that not too far from the church.
We finally come across. Because they've got a search party out now for Sadie.
Yes.
And
yes,
Mel
at this
runs
point.
it, like literally runs into them and stops and then says, "Zombies getting out, wall, run really fast," and then just keeps going. Like, does not
No
give them time
explanation
to
at
ask
all?
questions, does not give them time, like, nothing.
And about 90 feet later, the rest of the group shows up.
Yep.
She's so fast. When did she get so fast?
Somehow that person rolled well enough they understand the message from what you just yelled at them.
Perfect.
They must have kids.
They
And then
speak fluent ADHD.
They could see Sadie coming. So they regroup from a search party to they zone in on the wall. So you see we'll say
Yeah, they
I know,
take
6
off the other
people.
direction. Yeah.
headed towards the wall. You get to the church, doors are left open because people have been coming in and out. You do see Jacob is with your folks.
Okay. Mel, you get there first.
Mel gets there first and
I
runs
give you
up and
vague
says, "Jacob,
directions."
you're okay. Have you seen any bad guys yet?"
You have 16 minutes left of deafness.
And Jacob
Says
might
something.
start talking. Oh shit, I forgot I can't hear. Do you know sign language? Why am I asking? I don't know sign language. That's a stupid question. Mal babbles at Jacob until somebody who can hear shows up.
I like to think that all of that's happening very quickly. Like, do you know sign language? I don't know why I'm asking you. I don't know sign language.
Well, no, and I feel confident that Emery is the person who shows up after Mel, so
She
then
can't
we're like,
hear
oh,
either.
good, Emery. Oh, wait, that is so not helpful right now.
I lean over and pant for a minute because I am not the athlete.
And Jacob's talking, and I'm like, oh, and I'm deaf. I hope it wears off.
So I think
Yeah, we
probably
can't
you have
hear
no
it.
idea
if that's gonna
Elliot's
happen.
probably going to come in behind him.
Go ahead and roll a round of perception checks.
Oh, nat 20 again.
15.
12.
22.
Passive, 9.
17.
That 20 sees some people that you don't recognize from the church service.
In the church
In the
outside.
church, hanging up, kind of looking like they're trying to talk with each other. They look like they're trying to blend in.
Okay. Elliot's going to grab Jacob and he's going to whisper to him. He says, Jacob, some of the cultists are here. Get behind me. Have you seen Jeff? I couldn't
Jeff
remember
was
if he
doing
came to
water.
the church or if he was helping Emery's dad with
He came
water.
back, yeah. We'll say, yeah, Jeff went around back. Helping
But it's
haul some stuff.
Jacob. He's here at the church, though.
Yeah,
All right.
around the backside.
Stay with me. I'm gonna tap Olnak especially, and I'm gonna nod towards the two. Like, I don't recognize those guys. They look kind of suspicious.
Okay. All right. Should we leave them be for now?
Can we see Pastor Eric?
No. He's helping. Or Jeff was helping him around back.
Of course, I guess at the moment we got to choose our battles. The zombies are about to come through,
Yeah.
and we got 3 dudes that are trying to take a kid. Right? 3? You said 3?
2.
2. Okay. Sorry, I heard 3. My bad.
So
And I'm not exactly the most audible right now.
Yeah.
yeah. So like says, Elliot's gonna rain down. He's gonna give Jacob a hug. Like, are you doing all right, bud?
Yeah.
He says, okay, stick really close. There's some stuff going on. Let's go see if we can find Jeff and Pastor Eric.
All right, yeah, they went around out back, so we should be able to find
Okay,
out.
so I'm going to grab Mel and Emery and say, come with it. And I'm going to basically grab their shoulder, shake, like, come
over
this
here.
way.
Oh,
I
okay.
think Emery's parents have probably been like all over her.
Oh, yeah,
So
for
I'm
sure.
like covered
For
in
sure.
blood and I look terrible.
I don't know if James is paying attention, but I'm gonna tap his dumb ass and be like, "Follow me."
And Emery's like, I gotta deal with
Yeah,
stuff.
James
You
will
guys
fall.
stay inside. This wall's coming down by the hospital.
Oh, that's right. We all
You
look
guys
like
need
shit.
to
I'd
like
forgotten that.
start. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you right now. No, I can't. Just do something. Figure it out. I gotta go. We're dealing stuff.
Do something,
Your
figure
mom,
it out.
like,
I
tries
gotta
to
go.
hold you in place.
And I brush her arm off and follow Elliot.
So we're going to go outside and try to find Jeff, but also Pastor Eric.
All right, so you guys go around the back. We'll say there's like a lean-to tool shed.
And, okay.
And you see, first thing you see is Pastor Eric laying on the ground. Appears to be unconscious. And you see 2 robed figures holding Jeff to the wall.
Oh, that's enough for me.
Yep.
I'm going to draw on fire. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw on fire. at
Fuck
this
'em up.
point.
We're gonna go ahead and roll initiative, and that'll be the end of this episode.
Okay.
I'm gonna tie it on to the fight.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
God damn it!
I don't know what the hell's happening.
Clearly not functional.
Did you
right
want to get our initiative down now before end of episode?
Yeah. Mel, what'd you roll?
I would like to re-roll if I may.
7.
I have 1 inspiration left.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Will our inspiration
That's
stick
fucking
around for
worse!
another episode?
Yeah, so that's a day.
Okay.
So it'll still be there.
To be fair, I guess I should have raged before we decided to go attack anything.
Yeah,
All right.
well, needed
You
to.
didn't know that we were coming
You
around the
just
corner.
bonus
to-
action.
Yeah.
Elliot got 22. He rolled poorly.
inspiration work like advantage or no?
If you use inspiration, you take
You
it.
take the.
Whatever I rolled. So that was a 5 plus 2. That'd be 7.
But James can't.
James got a 23. Sorry, no, 22. Sorry.
My
Who's got
dex
the
is
better?
3.
My dex is also 3.
Roll off.
Roll up.
Dude, I am at fucking way too low
Four.
hit points. To be that
19
fucking low
again.
on the
You
initiative tree.
beat Elliot in initiative.
Wow. Elliot really did roll bad.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be written down as a 23 when we put it in the
Okay.
system.
Well, 2 19s in a row.
Dirty 20.
30-20.
Best I've rolled on initiative in a while.
I used every single multi-shaped dice that I have.
So what didn't happen? You could have summoned an animate, immobile stone statue in your likeness.
The giant statue
This
of
This
James.
is where James
that would be
died.
his
Yeah.
mausoleum.
Here lies the biggest dumbass of
Interestingly-
all.
That was the dumbest shit
of,
ever.
of you
Yeah.
being torn to shreds,
Yeah.
like
It
dying
makes-
on the ground.
Verbal threats against you. If you leave it and others come near, it describes you as the most heinous of villains. It directs newcomers to find and attack you. If
you
you're
see
on the
this
same
idiot,
plane
fucking
of
beat his
existence, it knows where you are.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
It is a bizarre bag.
You could have had 1d6 plus 6 shriekers, which are a monster sprout. You could have summoned a hungry bullet.
Oh my god.
What's that?
Oh, that would. It's
It's
a
a-
land shark.
Sand
Think
shark.
of a
Giant land shark.
Yeah, giant land
Okay.
shark, kind of a rhinoceros.
We got eaten by one before. She got eaten by one before.
I made an
We
ocarina
had
out of
a
it.
couple different Violette incidences.
As a listener, I was going through all of the fields.
Uh-huh.
A pyramid with a 60-foot square base bursts
Jesus.
upward. Inside is a sarcophagus containing a mummy lord.
Which
The
we
pyramid-
actually cannot take a moment.
no.
for
No,
right
we don't
now.
have enough hit points right now. At all.
The pyramid is treated as the mummy lord's lair, and its sarcophagus contains treasure of the DM's choice.
No
Or-
more lair actions.
If you roll a 100, a giant beanstalk sprouts, growing to a height of the DM's choice.
That one could have saved you.
The top leaves where the DM chooses, such as to a great view, a cloud giant's castle, or a different plane of existence.
James almost got sent to a different plane of existence. There's a good chance that when he has that talking to with Elliot, he's gonna wish he was in a different plane of existence.
Oh, Elliot's gonna rip you a new one once this is all
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Yeah,
Inclusive.
and me, from Downs' perspective, totally deserved.
Nope.
Because I know that I'm the one who made
You're
that.
over here going, James, that was really fucking stupid. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Well, because here
Trying to help
we-
Sadie.
Theater of the Mind presents Retribution is Amanda Arfsten as Mel Kelly, Jeremy Arfsten as Elliot Brandybane, Michael Bernal as Olnok Vargar Johnson, Michael Downs as James O'Brien, Kasey Weingarten as Emery Lee, and myself, Mike Schock, as your Dungeon Master. Thank you for hanging with us on this allergy-riddled episode. Springtime in Grand Junction is no joke. We release episodes once per fortnight, so our next episode will drop on June 22nd. If you want to follow us, our social media and website can be found in our link tree, which can be found in the podcast description. Also in the podcast description, you can find a link to Pinecast, as well as our referral code to get you 40% off your first 4 months of a paid membership, as well as our referral link to Epidemic Sound, which gets you a 1-week trial period to their excellent platform. The music this week was sourced from Epidemic Sounds, who we are not sponsored by, under the Creative Commons license. The songs used in order are Who's at the Window by Lennon Hutton, Funeral Pyre by John Algar, Mystical Tension by Dream Cave, and Tension by Blue Saga. The Theater of the Mind theme, ad break, and outro were written by Mike Schock. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidences either are products of our collective imagination or are used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblance to actual events, places, or people living or dead is entirely coincidental.
At least you're still alive, James. That shit was close. I thought you
Jesus
were fucked.
Christ.
You're
That
fucking
was.
welcome.
Thank
you.
Jesus fucking Christ. James is never going to do that. I, as a player, is never going to do something that fucking stupid ever again.
Yeah, next time you try to roll for wisdom, the answer's no, you don't do the thing.
No.
Yeah. Hey, remember when I said at some point that my mantra is generally, it's only a stupid plan if it doesn't work? That was a
That
fucking
one didn't
stupid
work.
plan.
That didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work out very well for you.
That did not work. You had a series of fucking the luckiest shit to ever happen in fucking D&D history, maybe.
Also,
And that's how you're alive.
rolling to make sure that toadstool healed you, because I'm assuming one of the other options
It
was
was poison.
death,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that much poison.
and
Dude,
then
that's serious poison, too.
Yeah.
to have the end be good.
Yeah. That was a
Yeah,
straight
no,
50-50.
That
Holy
was a
shit.
lot.
Luckily,
that
you had
was-
inspiration for the Cadbury egg, or you're dead anyway.
Yeah.
You're
That was
welcome
a
for
lot of
remembering
luck.
that.
Thank you.
a lot of luck.
Important to note, one of those options is that a fucking pyramid sprouts at your feet and summons a mummy lord.
That would have been bad. Jesus. Is that what is that like the magic bean table? It has a specific table for that?
Mm-hmm.